So we don't have no. Hey.
Hello.
So this is you guys know Tonya. No, not yet. They. Well, you know what? Let's just move this if you don't mind. I'm taking over for a moment. We're gonna switch this up so it won't be so. There we go. There you go. Absolutely. There you go. Wait, I'm gonna do my Vanna White impersonation. I think before we get started, since we're so close that we can kind of smell each other. Let's go through this. I love these two. I met Tonya at a casting. We did a casting probably like a year ago, and I not actually no, this year. It was it seems so long. You're right. It was like in February. Yeah, we did a casting.
As inspired by an intro I made.
Oh, you get credit.
I get a little credit.
You get credit. You get credit. So it seems that the industry is the world is big, but it's still this small.
And the color world is that much smaller.
Absolutely,
but it's international, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
It's global.
It's like amazing, isn't it? So we get to hang out with them, and let me tell you a little about Tonya. She was born and raised in Brooklyn. Next time we'll go to Brooklyn to her house, and we'll have Naj at her house, and Prosecco and Southern Babies at her house. Well, you know what? I'll do macaroni and cheese and potato salad, and for as they say around the way, our dower is just a really hors d'oeuvre.
I love that.
We'll do deviled eggs.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm known for that. Going to Brooklyn next time. You heard her say it. There you go. So Tanya was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and she is a former pro that attended Norfolk State University. And Deshaun he was from Norfolk too, right? She resided. She resided in Norfolk. Okay, in Virginia. She went on to appear in numerous fashion shows as well as being featured in Sister to Sister magazine and the Fashion Manuscript. That is the Bible of the fashion industry. Okay, among numerous other publications. Her television credits include Fox 5, Good Day New York, and BET. I'm trying to get at that. I'm just saying, Tanya retired from plus modeling, but please note, they know, Mama. They know when she comes through what that is.
And
like
very clear, black on crack. Black on crack. People retire for different reasons.
There you go. There you go. Exactly. There you go. And let me just say something. First of all, when someone reads your bio, it's different from when you're writing it because you're like, wow, I did that. You want to know who that person is, right? Right. Who did all of this? I'm sitting here like, oh, and I'm not even done with all the other stuff that she added to your list. Okay. So she had BET. She retired from plus modeling industry, but only to become the beauty director of Full Figure Fashion Week since 2009. Yeah. 9. That would be me. That would be her. That would be me. That's a lot of years. That's a lot of time doing that. And please note, her skin up this close. Thank you. I'm mad. Wait.
Don't believe the future.
We look like this. Yes. So after doing that since 2009, Tanya is dedicated to supporting HBCUs, and so she created.
You better tell them what. Just in case.
Yes. Historically Black colleges and universities. Yes. Okay. Yes. So now you guys have been educated, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to look up too because I was like, I'm from the island, not down south, so I'm not ashamed to say And then when I went, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense because that's what she's about, like helping those people, us people.
I was going to say, honey, you're sounding like Ross Perot right now.
She obviously got off the boat first. You know the story. There's a historic tale there. It's a migration. And we understand.
Yes.
So she started a pageant called Miss Full Figures HBCU Pageant.
Yes.
So we're going to talk to her about that tonight. So exciting. She hopes that this pageant will serve as a springboard to nurture and empower young plus-size women at historical Black colleges and universities. Please welcome Tonya Giddens. Yay!
Thank you.
It's amazing. So since we got Mr. here already,
you might as well read his bio too.
Might as well just read his bio.
Read the bio.
First of all, let me tell you, he was born in Tokyo. And I didn't know that. Can you say anything in Japanese?
Which is yes, like, you know, the word I know.
Mr. Roboto.
Mr. Roboto.
So he knows a little bit.
I don't know. My people are from
Savannah. So he was the Army baby.
Air Force.
Sorry.
Get it right.
Well, you know, it's so funny.
You better get it right.
Qualify. I mean, military is military.
Right.
And we should honor all our veterans.
Absolutely.
My father is a retired chief master sergeant from the Air Force.
Work.
Yes. So he was born in Japan, raised in Savannah. Patrick Riley graduated at Atlanta Morehouse College.
A historically
Black college.
With a degree in broadcasting and journalism. Patrick clients has included such names as NBC,
Yes.
Mama Own Network, HBO, and Wendy Williams, among numerous others.
Yes.
In front of the camera and behind the scenes, and now multimedia journalist. With a
Yes.
Multiple platforms.
Isn't that great? And now he is the karaoke king.
Oh, we love that.
We're going to talk about that today, and it's going to be like so amazing. And he has had the opportunity to interview and produce stories on a number of high-profile celebrities and newsmakers such as
Miss
Diana Ross. Oh my God!
Let me just say this, Patrick. If Patrick could go to Diana's house,
wait a minute,
sit under her table, under her dining room table, get in her master suite, and never leave, he would.
He would. He loves her.
I love that. She's a muse. A muse for many reasons, and more than I mean, she is a testament of resilience in the world. It's not an African American story here.
Absolutely.
It's a story for
Absolutely.
And he interviewed the big cat daddy. Listen.
Oh yes, Bubba.
Oh my God. In the White House?
In the Roosevelt room. In the White House.
Nice.
And may I just say, for the record.
Nice.
Ooh. I understand. But it's not right. It's not right.
But it's okay.
But it's okay.
It's okay now.
It's not right, but it's okay.
I can't sing. They can sing, but I can't sing.
Yeah.
So we're all gonna be at karaoke tomorrow. I promise I will not sing, but I'll do backup.
I'll be back up. I'm not singing.
But he pops out a song in 2 seconds. Look at him.
That was the Whitney ad-lib, the Whitney line is coming out.
Yes.
So
I saw that.
I will only do live versions of Whitney at All Star Karaoke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this before My Love Is Your Love or?
That was from the My Love
Yeah,
Is Your
I know.
Love project.
But I'm
that
saying
was-
her
that-
vocally.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was before My Love Is Your Love. After My Love.
God bless your dead.
You know what she's saying.
Yes.
And we love you.
Yes.
All eras, even up to that 2010 year.
Sometimes we're all human.
Let's have a moment of silence. Okay, now.
Yes.
And he also interviewed Beyonce, Mary Tyler Moore, Master Key.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. Gwyneth Paltrow, love her. Quincy Jones. But also, you mentioned President Bill Clinton, but we can't mention him without mentioning that I also interviewed President Obama.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Don't you see his Facebook profile picture of him
It's
and
the
the
picture
president?
I didn't change for a long
Exactly.
I didn't see.
Yeah, I don't put it up now because people tell me to change it. They said, you can change your profile picture, but I thought if you got a picture of the president,
absolutely,
forever.
absolutely.
It takes forever.
But then they changed it to the profile, well, Facebook, the profile and
Then the cover picture.
And I had Diana and Obama in both things, but then it ran out. So now I do. You can never
run out with Obama.
But Obama's amazing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? She's the queen of. But I popped them back in.
Yeah.
So often.
Yeah.
So rotation.
Yeah.
Fabulous. So also you've been in print magazines and you've worked and have Aspire TV to do periodicals on.
Well, Arise.
Arise.
I am a guest co-host on Arise Entertainment 360 with Lola Obanaki and Shannon Lanier. I love them.
Giving them shout outs.
They're the amazing co-hosts that now run on Centric. Which is the sister network.
That's right.
And I, in addition to filling in when Shannon's not there, I do a lot of Broadway and pop culture roundups. And I'm going to be back on in a week or so.
Nice.
For me in a couple of days, we're going to be doing a Broadway roundup. There's a lot of great Broadway.
Yes.
You did go to a play last night.
I went to something. I invited you.
I didn't get an invite.
But no, this one I did invite.
Well. See, now they're treating me.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Effie. Effie, we all got I can't think of the lyrics.
I don't know it. I can't. You're the one.
You were a trouble.
You were the one. It's all.
There you go. You better sing.
You gotta come to karaoke. You guys are in Harlem. You gotta come. Tell them Billy Black.
Billy Black presents All-Star Karaoke with Patrick Riley. Our fall series starts tomorrow, Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
I must really like you to travel all the way from Brooklyn to come see you tomorrow night. He is interrupting my gym time.
But he does not.
Which means I have to go early in the morning.
Or we have a workout for you.
Yes.
What's his name? No, I'm just kidding.
No, she's not.
No, I'm not. Okay, we wasted time. Well, let's get to the crux of stuff.
Let's talk about your pageantry.
Yes.
Okay, well.
Why did you start this?
Well,
I know, but I let them know.
I started this pageant because I was crowned in 2012 Miss Exquisite Full Figured USA. And I'm going to say something which I really don't say. That category is for women 40 and over.
Okay.
So you kind of do the math on that. But afterwards, I got the pageant bug. And I said, there's so many other pageants out here. What can I do to bring a different twist to it? What can I do to make a difference? Because I didn't just want this to be, we're giving away, a prize. I wanted to do something that was going to impact someone or someone, So I said, well, I attended an HBCU, North State. Why don't I do something for HBCU plus size students? Because historically, the pageant biz, especially down south. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness.
I'm tired of arguing.
I'm hearing Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh.
Did you sleep on the wrong side?
One of my clients, Williams,
Speak your heart, don't bite your tongue.
written by a friend of mine. It's adapted from a book.
What's your problem? Let's resolve. We can solve this cause it's official. You got issues, I got issues. I know
the music was pumping.
Are we back?
Yeah.
So that was
enjoyed that. So tell us about that. So Wendy Williams is
Wendy Williams is the co-executive producer of the Aaliyah story that is going to run, the
Lifetime.
biopic that is going to run on Lifetime, and she and the book for which this film was adapted is written by Christopher John Farley,
right.
Wonderful pop culture journalist
Yes.
with the Wall Street Journal. His wife is Sharon Epperson with CNBC. Dear friend, I just executive produced her for a project. And so this Aaliyah movie is, everyone's all of us about
I can't wait to see
it. It should be quite interesting.
Should be interesting. Well, it's a new era of biopics. You know,
we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that another time because we've got the Whitney Houston biopic going on with Yaya. But continue.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to your
the last.
pageant.
You know, I was into Aaliyah. I lost.
Yeah, I know that came out of nowhere.
But basically, with the pageant, I wanted to do something that would benefit plus size students, because historically, in just college pageants, there aren't too many plus size campus queens.
Oh, that's true.
It's very true.
With the exception of maybe one or two, but those are down south, like Louisiana, Mississippi. But you know, if you look through Delaware, Virginia, North Carolina, there aren't too many. So I wanted to put together a pageant specifically for those plus size college students that would, for them to, you know, impact their communities and to empower them.
Nice. Because
at their age, when I was their age, I didn't have a role model. You know,
and an on-campus role model.
Exactly. Yeah. Because there are so many. When I attended my college homecoming about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and I was just so surprised to see how many pretty plus-size girls that were students. And unfortunately, you know, some of them are a little bit fashion challenged, but I saw, you know, they had a spirit about them. And I wanted to, basically, that's what the pageant is all about.
To provide a light and inspiration.
Yes. As well as to offer scholarship money. That's the main thing.
Nice.
My goal is to, you know, give them prizes, scholarship money for each level. So as of now, we are looking at March 2015. Let me preface that by saying, next year will not be the actual pageant. We're going to do a fashion showcase first.
Okay.
Just to, you know, to get the word out there.
To build it.
Right. But that's not to say that there won't be prizes, scholarship prizes given out.
Which would be awesome.
Yes. So that's what I've been working on.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then you came from, so you guys need to go to her Facebook page.
Yeah.
Tell them your Facebook page.
Miss Full Figured HBCU Pageant.
And click the likey button.
Yes.
Show some love, people. Show some love.
Yes.
Because you know, I'm all about the plus size love. We're all about the plus size love.
I am too. I love my plus size love. My mama was a plus size, God rest her soul. So plus size is in my blood.
There you go.
So, and we're just as fabulous as everybody else.
Absolutely.
And so why not empower younger women? Because I didn't grow up, I was like a size 8 till I hit which is bad, 25, and then genetics kicked in. And then so I had to try and find my way as well. But I think when I hit 35, I kind of just became very comfortable in my skin and just was like, yo, this is who I am. I can't fight to go back.
Right.
And then, you know, working in fashion, the fashion industry, it was, everybody was skinnier. They were looking at you. Well, maybe you shouldn't have that. Maybe you should have some salad. Maybe you should have this. And this is the kind of
true story. True story. I did not become really comfortable with myself. I was always curvy. I was always curvy. When I was a freshman in college, I was maybe a size 8, 10. But I always had top. I always had bottom, no stomach, the whole 9. But then when I went home that summer, you know, the freshman 15, that was the freshman 30 for me, because every morning I got up and I made homemade French fries. That was my thing. And then I started blowing up, for lack of a better term. And then, you know, I kind of stayed that way. But it wasn't until I moved back home to New York and I attended the Plus Academy. The Plus Academy was created by Gwen DeVoe,
Oh, Gwen.
who is the creator and executive producer of Full Figure Fashion Week. And I attended that, and that's actually how I got started modeling.
Really?
I call her my Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh.
You know, and she really, she was very helpful in mentoring all of us into, you know, the modeling game. I remember when she would send me out on calls, I would get, oh, are you the singer? I would get that all the time. Oh, you must be the entertainment. Yeah, I did. And then, yeah, they were very shady. They were very shady. And it wasn't until, you know, when they call your name and they say, oh,
oh, it's you.
And then I would blaze that runway. They're like, oh,
she can walk. Trust.
I mean,
wow.
So, you know, and that was about maybe 10 years ago, almost going on 15 years ago.
Isn't it amazing? It sounds like a short span of time, but what Gwen and you guys did with Full Figure Fashion Week changed the landscape, I think, of plus size industry forever.
And now, don't be fooled. Even though we have revolutionized, I don't care what anyone says, Full Figure Fashion Week has revolutionized the plus size industry.
Yes.
Let me put it out there. I will pop our collar.
Yeah.
Yes, we have revolutionized the plus size industry.
They have.
Even though we've done that, there's still work to be done.
Oh, absolutely.
There's still work to be done.
It's so much still.
I was very offended. There was they call them memes. Is that what they call them?
Memes.
I say memes, but people call them meme. I'm like,
the pronunciations, like the GIF and the GIF and the everybody. Like, right. Is it a GIF or a GIF?
Exactly.
But
GIF is peanut butter.
Meme.
But the memes that had these 4 plus size women, and it said "love and IHOP." That's very offensive. And in this day and age, to still deal with that,
it's too much.
You know, it's very hurtful.
It is.
And it's very offensive.
Because we have feelings.
Yeah.
And we're all human.
Right.
And if we're comfortable in our skin, why doesn't society become comfortable in their skin?
Absolutely.
I mean, I get it if you're not healthy and your doctor says that you have to lose weight because it's a health reason. Yes. But if actually, I know some big people, 4Xs that are healthier than I am. Yes. That could walk up flights of stairs and I'm going.
When I come up from out of the subway, I sound like an obscene phone caller.
Me too.
I do.
It's just a lot. What?
Check yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
There you go.
Live for these ladies.
It's just part of it. But the purpose of this forum is for women to know that, you know, there are other people out there that look like us that are comfortable and happy with us. This is why I designed for plus size women.
Yes.
Because working in the industry for 15 years, guess what? I only did stuff for smaller people. So when I had the opportunity to actually design for what I wanted, that's what I did. And it was funny, when I started Guan, it was only for plus size, but then the skinny girls came. That's not fair. I want to wear that too.
Yeah, we get that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so then, you know, the line grew to add all sizes.
We've gotten that with the National Association of Black Journalists. You know, when you would get that time off to go to the annual convention, which is a real networking time. You know, there are still...
When is the next one?
After we're in Minneapolis next year.
Oh, I've got to go to that
one. Because Prince has got a...
Uncle Prince? Did you know Prince was my uncle?
Well, then you...
In my head.
Oh!
But I claim him as my uncle.
But it's the same thing when you get off from work. You know, to go to the convention. You know, your white colleagues would say, I mean, well, there should be a National Association of White Journalists. I'm like, there is.
There is.
Every day, all day.
Basically.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
really? You're right. You're absolutely right.
Oh my God, I can't. You see, this is craziness right here. This is why we had to come up to Harlem to hang out with these people. Because you had to feel this energy like live and running at you and these.
I feel it. We're feeling your energy too.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Well, we can't feel that.
Yeah. I was gonna suggest we try the key.
Are you guys coming at me at my own show?
I was gonna suggest we tried the key.
Okay. I don't have any tea to sip, so I'm gonna sit here.
Just trying me.
May I have some more prosecco? I mean, soda, please. In a clean cup.
Oh,
too much.
I mean, not that it's dirty. I just mean a cup that doesn't have the residual from the prior juice that we were drinking.
The passion fruit juice.
I can't with you.
The passion fruit juice.
I wanted
where the
ginger ale. You see it? Ginger ale.
And he's teasing me because I don't drink when I'm on the show.
Why not?
Because I don't drink ginger ale or any kind of water. I just stay parched the whole show.
All right.
So
do what you must.
Yes, because I'm told that I have to. So I'm being a good girl.
You're loopy enough.
You're a good girl.
Gone
you hear this? You hear this one?
I'm a good girl.
Yes, she.
Sometimes. So tell us about some projects that you're working on. You worked on OWN. And everybody loves OWN.
Well, I'm a freelance film producer for Oprah since '98. So I've worked for the Oprah show.
Whoa. Before OWN became OWN.
Before OWN became OWN, and then now I'm a freelance film producer for the network.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm working on Oprah Where They Now as a film producer. So
did you do the Different World segment?
I did not do that segment. I do a lot of the New York segments.
Oh, so like you did Fran Drescher.
I did Fran Drescher.
Did you do Rex Smith?
Talling.
Did you do Rex Smith?
I did Rex Smith.
He looks good.
Which was very exciting to do because Rex Smith.
Rex Smith was a hottie.
But let me tell you the stock.
He was a hottie back in the day.
As the world turns. Like he would consider,
I forgot about
it not a chapter that he would even want to talk about.
Really?
But when I saw him, because of my mother raising boys to watch the CBS soap operas, Young and the Restless,
yes,
Bold and the Beautiful,
Guiding Light,
As the World Turns, and the Guiding Light.
That's
right. You got it.
Oh, and don't forget, back in the day, the Edge of Night before they moved to ABC.
Oh, I don't remember Edge of Night.
Oh, I'm telling my age.
She just told it.
Oh my.
She tried it. She tried it. So all I had to say, so Rex Smith was a really fun one because I'm like, oh my God, I love you from As the World Turns. Like he's known for so many things.
Right.
He's a teen idol.
Pirates of Penzance, wasn't he? Or Joseph.
What was it?
Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah,
right.
He's a musical theater genius. Anyway, so he's a recent one.
Oh my God.
I'm scheduled to do something animated and cute. And I can't say what it is, but it's in a couple of weeks for Oprah Where They Now. But it's a really cute, kid-friendly one that I'm excited to be working on. Okay. But I've done Giuliani. I had a full circle moment where I did my first boss in New York City. Geraldo Rivera.
Geraldo?
And I did him just earlier this year. It was Geraldo Where Are They Now for Oprah. And he said at the end, I said, is there anything more you want to say? He says, I always knew when I left him in '97, I always knew you were better than me.
Oh man!
And this
wow!
Place. And I said, thank you so much. And I said, you know what? I did too.
That is a full circle moment. That is definitely a full circle.
But he was wonderful, and he gave us much more than was set up. Once I got with him and we had our reunion, we hung out.
Oh my God!
So and you can see all this stuff on. So it's on.
Yes.
On Oprah.
And so what you need to do is when it's time, share your secret that you're keeping, and then I'll just share it with the guys.
Well, when it's ready. Yeah, when it's baked and taped, we'll make sure you know.
Yes.
But it's a cute one. It's a really cute one. I'm excited to know where these guys are now. That I will say.
Now I'm curious. Mm-hmm. Now I have to do some investigating.
Yeah. All right. What else? Oh well. So I'm working on that. My new show on theadvocate.com, The Money Minute, is out.
Nice. I saw that. I had posted that on my page, guys.
Don't look at my checking account. I am a financial expert. No, I actually interview wonderful financial experts with from Wells Fargo.
Okay.
For what is called Wells Fargo Presents the New Advocate Money Minute. And that runs, the series will run on theadvocate.com throughout the end of January.
Nice.
It's awesome.
It's a wonderful. Did you see my first episode?
It was amazing. I was like, he's such a great host.
Thank you.
I took notes.
I love that. And Exhibit A.
Yeah,
Honey, isn't
I
she
took
doing
her.
a fabulous job? Isn't she doing a fabulous job? So I also do, as I mentioned, guest co-hosting for Rise 360, and I'm just wrapping executive producing NBC Universal's The More You Know PSA campaign
Nice.
for 2015-16.
Oh my God.
So we've just finished all the shoots.
That's
I
when
feel
you
like
went to LA.
I was in LA,
Okay.
and we also did a few days of shoots here in New York as well. And it's upward of 40 talent across all NBC Universal platforms who will be sharing wonderful messages, public service announcements. It's an iconic campaign, Emmy Award winning. It's been around for years, and I consider it an honor to have gotten the call.
Kudos to you.
Come and steer it.
Kudos to you.
Thank you.
Look,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
just such an honor. Isn't it great to see us do amazing things?
Ah,
And we're not making it a this and a this thing or a Black or African American thing, but it's, we're in Harlem and we are African Americans. And so,
renowned for excellence.
I'm sorry. Can I just say I'm not politically correct.
Then say
I'm
it.
Black. My friends
Don't you
always
love her?
my
You
friends
love her.
always get on me. Like, oh, no, I'm Black.
I'm just Black. Well, technically I'm an island girl.
Yeah, we have the options.
Yeah.
And
There are
I'm
many.
Japanese for all of
There
you go.
He's Japanese.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But we live in a world where people are so touchy about certain things. And how do you deal with that? Do you get that in your field?
I will say where I get the sensitivity is obviously, and we haven't really said this, but I'm African American and LGBT elemental P. So with that extra distinction, it makes for a whole nother.
All I see is teeth on this side. Isn't her teeth amazing?
But they are gorgeous.
They're gorgeous, and she got great skin. Like,
yes, she does.
I'm gonna ask her what she does. Like, hence she was a beauty director.
3 things: water, alcohol, and prayer.
Hey, boo.
Not necessarily in that order.
I love that alcohol's on the list.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I love it.
We'll be good. Okay, so go. Sorry.
No, what was I saying?
You had 2 things against you.
Oh, right. So as a result,
we're gonna put this ginger ale down.
Put the ginger ale down.
Put the ginger ale down.
No, but really, but truth be told, it's across the bear to get the message in a homophobic society.
Yes.
That it's okay. Whatever it is that you got to hang up about, it's okay. I'm here. I'm queer. I'm your best friend. Might not be your best friend if you don't act right. And it will be my right to get you straight.
Oh, exactly. There you go.
And that's it. You know what I mean? And so, I don't need sort of a validation. I don't need a validation anymore. Right. But there are so many of my young brothers and sisters who do.
Yes.
And I do a lot of work with young LGBT youth to help them know that they are my heroes.
Nice. Very nice.
I only wish I could have come out at that age, at a time and in a culture and in a place where it just wasn't anything that was celebrated.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question.
Sure.
I'm not trying to take over, but I do have a question.
Yeah, well, ask.
How do you feel about these young LGBT? I call them children because I'm an old head. The kids. What do you think about their? Sometimes they can be a little extra.
You mean in terms of demonstration?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I think anybody should be able to express themselves to whatever extremes. That said, as a Morehouse man of a certain traditional note,
Morehouse and them, they bougie. They real bougie.
I think there's a time and a place for everything.
Right. Absolutely.
And so that time and that place and that understanding of that time and that place where you wear your boa and your heels should be understood and utilized for your greater good in this real world that we live in.
Preach.
And the real world that we live in does allow us a boa and a heel from time to time.
And rightfully so.
But it also makes sure we have a pinstripe suit ready
at
the ass.
That's right.
For what that needs to look like.
That's right.
And that is sort of where I stand. So I'm open to it all as long as there's
a balance.
platform and a balance.
Absolutely.
For us to understand
I agree
that
with
we
you.
all look a lot of different ways,
Mhm.
and we do it a lot of different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I missed a lot of those stereotypical things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't cook. I don't like to shop.
What?
Well, maybe that's it. I'm still stylish, and I find my ways to be stylish. You know?
He's always super cute. Don't pay him no mind.
But I don't shop. I don't shop.
So how your stuff just shows up at your house?
Well, I have a man who buys it for me.
Hi, boo.
I would say, can I get his number, but that won't work.
Well, you should say, does he have a brother?
Does he?
Mm.
Oh, that didn't sound too convincing.
I just say he does.
Okay. How tall is he? We'll talk later.
Okay, so now it turned into the Guan dating site.
That's the spin-off. That's
This
the
is spin-off. Okay.
Y'all are hilarious.
We try.
Y'all are hilarious.
So
And you're not funny.
Well, sometimes I have my humor is more acerbic.
We like that cervix every now and then.
Mhm.
just a little bit.
I've been told. That's what I've been told. Some may beg
A
to
cervix goes a
differ.
long way. God rest the soul of Miss Joan Rivers. Can we just talk about her for a minute?
Yes, let's talk.
Love her so,
She
and I
was
live for her, and I
so
want her to
missed
rest in
peace.
the
That was totally
peace.
unexpected.
I wasn't ready. I just wasn't
Wasn't ready.
ready. She continued to bring me so much joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
She
On
was a
so many platforms.
spitfire.
I loved In the Closet with Joan. I loved the Fashion Police. I loved her on the red carpet.
And then with
Who
her-
do you think is her heir apparent?
I don't see her heir apparent.
I've been told just in discussions that maybe Lisa Lampanelli, but I think Lisa's a little too raw.
Too acerbic. She's a little too acerbic.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. She is. Definitely.
I don't know. I mean, Joan was like everything because she was sort of that perfect blend of the raw, the glamour, the tabloid sensibilities of our times.
Yes. And she stayed current.
And
that was the thing. She stayed current.
Empowering.
Yes.
Her work on behalf of gays,
Mm-hmm.
as well as the homeless.
Mhm.
Yes.
She was big on the Feed Our, the whatever.
God's Loves We Deliver.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think that is what it was. Yeah.
I think it is too. Yeah, it was.
I think that's what it was.
She
Yeah.
was amazing.
She was so amazing. And
She will
those
be
were
forever missed.
just forever.
Yes.
I love
Yeah.
Joan.
She changed comedy.
I think the
fashion.
last men standing right now would be Don Rickles
Yeah.
and Bob
Still with
Newhart.
us. And Bob Newhart still.
So
with
they're the
us.
last men standing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Don Rickles can still turn out a show.
Oh, but you know who is still here? Tim Conway's still with us.
Oh, that's right. But
Tim but he's more a sketch.
Exactly.
He's from that sketch world.
Yeah.
And he's a hoot.
Yes.
But yeah, different genre.
But definitely Don Rickles and Bob Newhart. Those two. Yeah. Yeah.
I love our legends, you know.
I do too. I do
Make
too.
us. Yeah, I got to work on Oprah's Legends Ball. That was fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got to interview all the legends and youngins.
You did?
Oh,
Yeah.
that must have been.
Including Miss Ross. That's why Miss Ross is in the bio.
Oh.
Because I interviewed her all 3 days of that
Did
special
you act like a
weekend.
fan or you act professional?
I acted professional, but I have to say that I was internally
Did you-
on fire.
Is there
One time at the Bacara Resort and Spa where the gala took place, in Santa Barbara, I'm walking out of the building and Patti LaBelle and Shaka and Gladys Knight are calling down for Diana to come up and join them. And she was on her way, not on her, I'm saying she's driving, she was in a cart, but I'm walking out the door and I see this moment. She's like, well, no, I'm not gonna, I'm leaving, I'm going to the room or whatever. But I run into her and I'm like, I cannot keep running into you like this. My heart was just in my underwear. Do you know? It was just, she giggled. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine just walking out a door and
there she is. Hey,
her.
just like she's regular. You're not regular, Diana.
Take it. I could not take it. But internally, I stayed professional.
I was just gonna say, did you start speaking?
Hence the wonderful primetime special. I got primetime credits out of Oprah, not just daytime, honey.
There you go.
Senior associate producer for the Legends as well. I mean, senior field producer, excuse me, for Legends as well as
Very nice.
for the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy.
Isn't that amazing? Do you guys have questions out there? Hashtag Guan, SYL.
Here's your ginger ale, honey.
For questions for Tonya or for Patrick. We got like 15, 20 minutes left.
Well, I wanted to say, everyone, my website has been relaunched. It is msffhbcu.com for the pageant.
Over there?
Yes.
Perfect.
Over there.
Oh, you selling bells? Go. Do.
But HBCUs are all over, right? I mean,
well, they're basically on the East
but they're
Coast.
primarily East and South.
Southeast, yes. Southeast. The thing about the HBCUs is that they're really suffering financially.
Yeah, we are.
They are really suffering. And it's so hard for them. I mean, within the last year, was it St. Paul's that closed?
Yeah.
St. Paul's shut down.
Yeah.
And I think maybe one or two
and
other.
We know the travails of Morris Brown.
Yes. It's
our
tough.
Atlanta University Center. You know, sister school.
Yeah, they're really not doing well. And I actually belong to a group of my alma mater, and there was a discussion about giving back money.
Oh yeah,
giving money back to the schools, and some people were saying, "Well, you know, I went there and I didn't really get anything out of it, so why should I give back?"
What?
It's the wrong disposition,
right?
Absolutely,
and it's not true because really, what these schools built us all to do is be responsible.
Yeah.
And to really own this legacy.
That's right.
We stand on the shoulders of amazing people who did it against amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
So to attribute the school for why you didn't achieve success would be wrong, boo-boo.
That's wrong. That's
I'd say look at the man in the mirror and or the woman in the mirror.
Yeah.
You know what I always say? When you point a finger, you have three fingers pointing back.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a tough situation.
I continue to do what I can for my alma mater, Morehouse. Continues to enroll me in as an alum of note and participating and giving back in any way that will support the recruitment. I have what I call my legacy at Morehouse. My nephew, my only sibling offspring, Herman Lee Riley III. He is Morehouse man, so class of 2010, and he's very handsome. Like it's all good.
Oh, we have questions.
Oh yeah, we have questions.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Oh, it's Bernice.
Hi, Bernice.
Let them hear me. I don't want them to see though. But you can see her tomorrow night because she produces Billy's Black Presents All-Star Karaoke.
And I also have an exclusive, so we're gonna say that. We're gonna say that for the end.
Yeah. All right. So this is for Patrick.
Of course.
You have a question from Vicky from the Bronx.
Uh-oh.
Who was your favorite interview and why?
Oh. Hello, I just said it. Miss
Diane. Wait, don't forget.
Yeah, and I just, because I've admired her and loved her since a child. I came out the womb. My mom says I came out the womb singing Lady Gaga. Or I'm coming out, or whatever it was. But I love her so. I love her story. I love the reality of her story. I love the fairy tale of her story. And it all serves as a muse for me. So when I got to interview her, I said, Miss Ross, I know you're only 2 when you started. She goes, you really are a fan, because that's a little shtick she uses in her show. So I love it. So all that to say, and also when I more recently got to interview as the opening night host for Motown the Musical on Broadway, which closes at the end of January.
I'm going to go see it.
Please go see it. It is such a wonderful show. But when I interviewed all the great Motown legends that night, as well as the cast, opening night, April 2014, 13.
13.
It was so exciting to feel her and experience her that night before she saw the show and after she saw the show. And as she and Berry Gordy were approaching me on the red carpet, she says, watch out, BG. She calls everybody BG. She says, watch out, BG. She says, watch out for this one. He knows everything. So I just felt that an honor that she, knows my stalking ways.
Can I just say
but she knows I'm legitimate too. She knows I'm legitimate.
Can I just say that I love the fact that Diana and Mary really
Got
took
back
a
together.
picture. I thought that was amazing. To me, that was just a watershed moment.
It was a beautiful moment.
Love that.
Yeah, everybody knows the Supremes didn't quite have the most happy breakup.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was wonderful to see not only Berry Gordy tell the story finally, but in telling the story he did the book years ago, but in telling the story the way that Berry Gordy should tell the story, with all the dimensions, and to have those original Supremes, the two who are still with us, Mary and Diana, come back.
I thought that was really great.
Meant that someday they truly were together.
Yes.
Someday
we'll be together.
I'm lip syncing.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, Bernie.
Question for Tonya.
Oh, okay.
So we have a guy named James from Florida.
Who wants her number?
That's part 2 to the question.
Well, gasp and swoon. I have couple acres, honey. Go ahead.
Part 1 to the question is, can a plus-size man join the HBCU pageant?
Oh, that's cute.
Well, that's a very good question, James.
Very good question.
That is a very good question. There is a market for plus-size men. Unfortunately, that is a long shot. And when I say a long shot, I mean that they are going through what we went through at least 30 years ago. Yeah. And we've actually, during Full Figured Fashion Week, attempted to put together a fashion showcase, and a lot of the retailers. Yeah, darling, come on.
I'm reading my paper. That's what that's why it looks like I'm sleeping. I'm reading my paper.
So a lot of retailers were not receptive to having a plus size men's showcase, but for Miss Full Figured HBCU, maybe 2-3 years down the line, I would like to have a Mr. I don't want to say Full Figured HBCU, but I would like to bring a men's segment.
You have to come up with a phrase. We got to get with the creative to come up with a.
Well, you the creative.
Oh, I've got to think of. I wish I could think of something on the spot.
Yes.
Let's think. I came up with the tune in and turn up sweepstakes that BET did to invite everybody to the thing. People don't know that. I consulted with them on that. And
nice.
They said they wanted to do a watch and win, and I said, well, let's think about the audience and say, tune in and turn up. I thought it'd be like a joke, and they would dismiss it. They're like.
Those are the ones. Those things are the ones that really
that kind of resonate.
Right?
Because
you never expected.
Yeah. I'm gonna think of my full figured men out there. What's his name? Henry?
James.
I'm gonna work on something for you.
All right,
big guys.
But just keep inquiring, because eventually it will happen. It will definitely happen.
And there's a market for it.
Yes,
we know.
Yes.
So that is what we want to really underscore, is that you're right in asking the question because there's a market for empowered, full-figured men, and we're going to come up with the right name.
Isn't that amazing?
Definitely.
Oh my God. Like, hasn't it been like the best hour ever?
Oh, are we done?
We're done?
Almost over.
Are you kidding?
I swear to Jesus.
It flew by.
Like this, because you were having ginger ale and such, and I'm parched and such.
Well, can I just do my exclusive announcement?
Yes, please do.
Drums, please. I am going back to doing radio.
Oh, what a declaration, and powerful and bold. Hello.
Isn't that amazing, guys?
I am going back to doing radio. Soul Talking will be back on the airwaves, so stay tuned.
You heard it here first. Go on Style Live.
There you go.
Miss Tonya is coming back, and she's coming back fiercer than ever.
Yes.
And maybe later she'll show us a clip of her walk, so we can post it up.
Oh.
You know, because you have to see how fabulous she is.
So
So did you guys see my Shea Sharp Pink Wishes campaign for breast cancer?
Yes.
My little capsule.
Yes.
Thank you. So we still have a little bit more time, guys, for you to go out and purchase and support. Remember, 40% of the sales go to Shea Sharp to help grant
get it out, girl.
because it's so it touches me so bad.
I feel you
Yeah,
moved.
because my dad has terminal cancer, and I rarely talk about it. And it's just been something that my family and I have been dealing with for like 2 years. And so to see stuff like this, it really takes me.
Yeah.
It really kind of just hurts. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it pushes you through.
Yeah,
That's right.
And it makes it bigger than the pain.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. So for me, helping these young ladies 40 and under who have breast cancer, who happen to get checked, or by the time they find out about it, because your insurance doesn't want to pay for a mammogram because you're not 40, because you're not this. And so that's what happens. And
healthcare and early detection
is very important.
And check yourself. I mean, if you're under 40 and they won't pay for it, just check yourself. And at least go once a year to your doctor and have that checkup.
Yes.
And, Shay had her first diagnosis when she was 28, and she fought that. And then almost 10 years to the date, she got diagnosed with breast cancer again. And she is right now fighting. So if we can fight under us,
rooting and we're praying and we're cheering and we're chanting and we're doing all the things to bring the right vibrations.
Absolutely.
She's an amazing woman who did this amazing organization and is helping so many people and granting amazing wishes. And even when I was talking to her about wanting to create a little capsule for her, she was like, she just had found out like 2 days ago, but she still picked up the phone and called me. And she was like, hey, and just jolly. And I'm like, oh my God. I said, I'm sorry. Like, you're not mad. And she says, you know what? This is my story. This is what God put me here for. So she says, I'm strong enough that I can deal with this. And so he knows this. And so she says, I'm still here. And while I'm here, I will do his will. And I busted out crying. Like, what else can you say to this strong woman who is fighting cancer? And she says, I take 25 pills a day. Just for my first treatment, just to get me through the day from all the damage that the chemo did. And I'm going, I would be upset at somebody. And she was like, I'm still here. I'm here for a reason. And what's my purpose? We're all here for reasons. What's your purpose? What's your legacy going to be?
That's right.
What you're going to leave behind? Who are you going to help? When your time is ended, what would somebody say about you? Would you make a difference? Yes, we can change things if we start giving. Why don't you reach out and touch somebody's hand? He's the best. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I love you guys to pieces. Thanks, Tonya. Thank Patrick. See you guys. Go and start your life. Straight out of Harlem. Thank you.
Somebody's hand. Make this world a better place. If you can, reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place. If you can, reach out. Okay, we